Today we will be learning about symmetry. Take a look at this butterfly. What do you notice about this butterfly? What shape are its wings? What colors do you see? Is the top of the wings similar to the bottom of the wings? There's something very interesting about this butterfly. This butterfly has what is called symmetry. What is symmetry? Symmetry is when you can split something in half and it has two mirroring images. So let's take a look at this butterfly again. Take your hand or a piece of paper and cover one side of the butterfly. Now take a look at the side that you can see. Now do the same thing to the other side. They look exactly alike. So this butterfly, your hand or the piece of paper that you're using is the line of symmetry, which is like a mirror. There's a mirror in the middle of this butterfly. It's reflecting both sides. The mirror would be the line of symmetry, or your hand or the paper. What is line of symmetry? A line of symmetry is the line that is used to reflect the object over to the other side. So let's take a look at this butterfly right here. The line of symmetry is represented by the red dotted lines that are going vertical or up and down. Taking a look, you can see that both sides of the objects of the butterfly are exactly the same. The tops of the wings match, the bottoms of the wings match. So if you were to fold this side over to this side, it'd be a perfect match. Let's take a look at this butterfly. The line of symmetry is represented by the red dotted lines as well, and this one's going horizontal. Now, if we were to fold this side over to this side, would they match? No, they would not match, because this side is too much smaller, and this does not match the top of the butterfly. So this butterfly only has one line of symmetry. Let's take a look at some other objects that have a line of symmetry, like this square. The square has 4 different lines of symmetry. I broke them down for you to see them individually. So this square has a line of symmetry that's going vertical. So if you were to fold this side over to this side, they would match. This square has a line of symmetry that's going from the right corner to the left corner, to the top left corner. And it's going diagonal. And this one is also going diagonal, but from the opposite end, so from the left to bottom corner to the right top corner. And this one is going horizontal. So if you were to flip these sides over to the other side, they would fit perfectly. Let's take another look. So this triangle has 3 lines of symmetry: horizontal, diagonal, and diagonal. Same thing with the square. If you were to flip both sides over to the 3 of these triangles, they'd be an even match. This triangle shows all the lines of symmetry put together. So this is when you find the lines of symmetry of an object, this is what it will look like, because you won't do them separately, you'll do them all together. Let's do some practice. Take a few minutes to look over these objects, and I want you to find how many lines of symmetry you think there are in each of these objects. Go ahead. Alright, it's okay if you didn't finish it all. Let's take a look at the answers. So the oval has 2 lines of symmetry, vertical and horizontal. The arrow has 1 line of symmetry, just horizontal. The star has 3 lines of symmetry, vertical, diagonal, and diagonal. And the pentagon also has 3 lines of symmetry: vertical, diagonal, and diagonal. It's okay if you didn't get them all right. Now, not all lines of symmetry, not every object has a line of symmetry and are symmetric. Let's take these objects for instance. This object, we take a look at the top, it is slanted. So if you were to make a line down the middle of this object, you take a line down the middle of this object, the sides would not match because this line right here messes it up. Even if you would go horizontal, it would not match. Same thing with this one. Just because this one right here is not, this side is not the same as the other sides. If you were to, no matter how you would draw a line, they would not match. So both these objects don't have line of symmetry. If you would draw a line down the middle of this, or like this, they would not match. They do not mirror each other because of this arrow right here. So if this side had the arrow, they would have one line of symmetry, but it does not. So it has no lines of symmetry, so it is not symmetric. Let's do a little bit more practice. Out of these 3 shapes, which ones has lines of symmetry? It'll take a few seconds for you to look them over. Alright, let's look at the answers. So these 2 have lines of symmetry, so they are symmetric. This one does not. This one does not have any lines of symmetry because of this arrow right here, and this side does not have an arrow, and because this side is shorter than the other. So if you, no matter how you would cut this line, this object, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, flipping them over, they would not match up. But you take this one, for instance, if you were to use this line of symmetry here, if you would cut it right here, fold it over on this line, this side and this side would be a perfect match. Same thing with this one. So if you were to fold it over on this line right here, this side would match this side. And if you were to fold it over on this line, the top would match the bottom. Now let's do a little bit of review. So symmetry is when another object, no matter how you cut an object, they would mirror each other. And lines of symmetry is the line that you would fold one side of the object over to match over to the other side. Now I want you to view this video as many times as you need to comprehend and gain the knowledge needed for symmetry and lines of symmetry. In class we'll do more activities that involving this, and I'll review it once again. I'll see you guys in class.